My goodness, I've walked 6 3/4 miles today. I'm just going to cool down. What I'm doing this for is to say that although I said we probably only need 2 videos for a catch up on the game hauls, turns out we needed 3 because I didn't want to make any video longer than half an hour. So we've got another one today and then we're all caught up. So let's get straight to it. Hello and welcome to an addition to the last game pickup, because the stuff, well, some of the stuff that I was talking about in the previous video has turned up. Not all of it, so that'll have to go into another video, but although since it's only a small amount, we do an extra bit now. So I want to start by showing this. Another Disney Infinity figure, Maleficent, and isn't she rather cool, actually? Very cool figure. Turns out a very powerful figure as well, so that's quite nice. Nice little addition. I've almost completed the Disney Infinity set now, so I'm really happy. I'm not happy that there aren't going to be any more, because I was like enjoying collecting them, but I'm happy that I've got what I've got, so they're really cool. Right, what else? Where is it? Down here. I had to take a couple of things back, like I mentioned last time. There were a few things that were damaged. The 2 of the Disney Infinity were damaged. And then one game turned up, and that had to go straight back as well, unfortunately. I ordered the limited 2-disc edition of Jade Empire for the Xbox, because I thought, if I'm going to go for Jade Empire, which I want to play because it sounds like a good game, then I want to go for the 2-disc version. So I ordered that, and I've had to watch CX's website and a few other places trying to get a copy of this thing, because it's hard to get, apparently. And it turned up, so I ordered it. And the 2-disc edition turned up with 1 disc, so that went straight back. So that was annoying. But while I was down in town having taken stuff back to CX, I had a look around some of the charity shops, and I managed to find another addition to my novelizations collection. Star Wars Episode 1. And look at that. Look at the spine. It's not creased at all. This hasn't been read, for obvious reasons. But I'm going to have a read through it, because, yeah, you never know. And my goodness, you know how books like $7.99, $8.99 now? $5.99. That's how old this thing is. It's like, oh my goodness. But yeah, but while I was down there, I also found a complete Korean. Teach yourself Korean. Again, look at that. Never been read. So I thought, I'll have a try of that. I like language. I collect languages, as a joke someone once said. And yeah, I really like languages. I've invented a couple of my own, in fact. And I am very much a fan of the Far Eastern languages. Just the fact that my ancestors come from Japan and Hong Kong. So yeah, very much a fan of those far away languages. So I'll give that a try. I mean, when I got 4 books for 99p, of course I'm going to give them a try. And right, what else we got? Well, the rest are PlayStation 2, because I haven't been able to pick up any Game Gear for a while, but I'll save the rest for last. Let's have a look. We've got Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2008, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2009, and Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005. Now, all of them are pretty good condition, good discs, good manuals, so I'm really happy. And that completes my Tiger Woods set, so another subset is now complete. I'm really happy to have them. They're actually really good games. I enjoy playing golf on the computer, and the Xbox one of Tiger Woods 2006, which I bought years ago, I've played a huge amount of that because it's a lot of fun. And yeah, it's good to have the PlayStation set completed as well. So, what have I saved till last? Well, it's one that I've been trying to get hold of for quite some time, because it completes a set again. And it completes a set of the Singstar games for the UK. Now, I don't have the ones that are Europe specific. I don't have the German or French or Italian or anything like that. I'm going to work on that eventually, but at the moment I'm going for a complete UK set. So I had to get Singstar Bollywood. This is really hard to get. And not because it wasn't available, just because no one seems to have bought it. I've only seen 2 copies and I've got hold of one of them. So I'm really happy to have ordered this. It's got the manual. Manual's in good condition, or at least you think it is from the front, but it turns out that it's got a few rips on the back, but it's only in the corners. It's not massively bad. I'm not going to complain about that. However, the disc has a problem. It won't load, and it's got spotting all over it. I don't know whether someone's tried to clean this with something that's stuck to it, or whether it's actually damaged, but it won't load. So I have a horrible feeling that it's delaminated. But I'm going to take it to CX and give it a try there and see what happens. But at the moment, what can I do? I mean, it finishes my set and I want to keep it, but if it's damaged, then I can't, you know? But for the moment, here it is. I've actually had a copy in my hand. So there we are. That will complete a set if it loads once it's been cleaned by CX. And then that's it. That's everything. Thanks, and see you later. Okay, guys, this is an addition. One thing that I forgot to talk about yesterday was this. It's a memory card and Rumble pack, third party. And it's for the N64. I don't have many games for the N64. In fact, I have one, GoldenEye 64. And yeah, £2 in a charity shop. I don't know whether it's worth that, but I've never seen one around before. It has been damaged a little bit, so it is open, kind of. But I thought, yeah, I'm going to give a try to that, because I don't have a Rumble pack for the N64. I don't have a memory card for the N64, and now I have both. So I'll be giving that a try later on. Yeah, it is still in its box, but at the same time, I don't know. I might open it, I might not. I probably will end up opening it. But yeah, I thought that was a bit odd. You don't see N64 stuff around here much. In fact, I don't think you see N64 around anywhere much, because it wasn't all that popular. So yeah, there we are. Hi guys, this is going to be a very quick gaming pickups video this time, because I've been around all the local charity shops and popped into CEX, and what's actually happening is, because I've got a lot of the common titles now, I'm coming up on 400 odd to 500 PS2 games by my recollection, maybe more around the 400 than the 500 mark, but it's one of those two. And as a result of that, because I've got most of the common ones now, it's getting difficult to find any games in places that I don't already have. And now a few people I've been talking to about this have said, well, pick up some of the more expensive common titles that you find and use them as trade fodder. And I thought, yeah, I could do that, or I could let someone else have a game for cheap that I've already got. And that's been how I've been looking at that. So only one game this time that I've managed to pick up. Now, there's a little charity shop down in Bolton that tends to have a fair few games in it. And they've just had a new donation set, and it was Ratchet and Clank, the set. Unfortunately, I've got the Ratchet and Clank 2, I think, do I have 3? I may have 3. I've got 2 and one other, and I can't remember what the other one was, but they had 1. And look at the condition, it's pretty good condition. Someone's actually really taken care of this. So I'm happy to get this. $1.99 I got it for, and yeah, it's a little more expensive than you would expect from most charity shops, but it is a good game. So let's have a look at what condition everything's in. Well, the case is in good condition, as I've shown you. It's got the little bump, and it's got a manual in really nice condition. I mean, it's been read. The corners are a little bit turned up, but it's been read, and it's in pretty good condition. And then I looked at the disc. Now, when I picked this up, it was covered in fingerprints, so it was very difficult to see exactly what condition it was in. I thought, well, there's probably a few scratches on there, but I took it home and did my usual thing of just basically giving it a quick clean with soapy water and a damp soft sponge. And yeah, there's a couple of scratches, but nothing major. So for $1.99, I'm really happy to have picked that up. And like I said, I've left one of the other ones. I think it was 2. Yeah, it was 2. Ratchet and Clank 2, which I definitely have. And one other that I didn't recognise, but I'm pretty sure I had it, because I checked. I have a list of all my games on my phone, so I can check, and I already had it. I can't remember which one it was. So, nice addition to the set. I'm really, really happy to have got that. And that's it this week. Like I said, it's been a very, very slow week, but keep going. Sometimes you get good pickings, and sometimes you just don't. But hey, there we are. See you later. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode. We've got a fairly large pickups video this week, because as soon as I'd been to the charity shop and found that Ratchet and Clank, I thought, well, that's not really much for a week's haul, is it? And if I don't have another try, I might miss out on stuff. And almost did, because I found another game in a charity shop. So I went back, and the same charity shop, in fact, had put out some more games. So I managed to pick up a copy of Manhunt. Now, this isn't the best game ever made. In fact, it's pretty much just Rockstar trying to be controversial, but it's in very good quality. It's in very good condition. I mean, there's a little bit of a problem along the base there where it's been caught on something and started to bend, but the manual is here. I thought it wasn't when I first opened it. I thought this was just a flyer, but it turns out to be the manual, and the game itself is in good condition, so I'm really happy with being able to pick that up. £2. I mean, I've saved 50p on the cost from CEX, but £2's £2. I'm not going to say no to that one. And then, while I was out, my wife and I decided, well, we might as well go around Bury and see what they've got as well. So that's what we did. We went and had a look around, and I got some very interesting games from that. The people in Bury, it turns out, have a different set of tastes to the people in my town who, when they're buying PlayStation 2 games. So the first one I found was The Secret of Monkey Island. Sorry, Escape from Monkey Island. Now, I didn't even know this was out on PlayStation. But, wow, look at that. The label's in, the inlay's in great condition. And, yeah, I realised that this is not the original case. And there is that. But there is a little bit of an issue with something sort of mark on the bottom of it here. There's not much I can do about that, but the manual is in fantastic condition and the game's in great condition. And yes, it is a replacement box, not much I can do about that, but at the same time, I've got a copy of a game I didn't even know existed. It's some sort of water damage. That's what it is. So it's probably been damaged in its original case and had a replacement one. That's usually how that works. And they just used a DVD case. I'm not going to complain too much. Like I said, I didn't even know this game existed on the PlayStation 2, so I'm very happy to have that one. So let's move on and see what else we've got. Well, I'm going to keep a couple of these really cool ones to one side, actually, because we'll go through them and put them in with some of the dross. Let's pick up some... Something's just happened. Let's pick up some of the dross and see what we've got. Well, first one, Quake 3 Revolution. Now, here's the thing. Quake 3 on the PC was great fun. I used to play that all the time, and I loved it. Quake 3 on the PlayStation is a very cut down version. I mean, the first thing I thought when I tried it out was, where's Crash? Crash is a great character. Her character design is amazingly funny because she's got this very waif-like body, as is standard for computers, unfortunately. But she has the same massive helmet that the other Space Marine characters do, so she ends up looking like a bobblehead, and it's hilarious, which is why she's my favourite character. Not in the game, not as far as I can see anyway. No manual, game's in moderately good condition. I've had to actually wash the disc. I kid you not, I had to wash what appears to be cereal off the disc. CEX took this game in, and I thought, yeah, that'll sell, and then sold it to me without cleaning the bloody thing. So I had to do that. So, yeah, there's that. There are a few marks on the disc, but for the most part it seems to be okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on it though, because when I tried to load some of it, it crashed. And I'm just talking while looking at this. I think this is an interesting... I'm going to have to retest this and have another look, because it did crash while I was playing, and I'm wondering whether that has something to do with the fact that I can see some kind of imprint, not imprint, you know what I mean, there's some sort of shadow mark on the disc. I wonder whether it's actually got laser burn, and I was just lucky to get it to load. I'm going to have another try at that one, see how that goes. But yeah, not the best game ever, let's put it that way. Then next up, I had to have this the moment I saw it. Intellivision Lives. Yep, an anthology in television games. Now, they're not great. I think we all know the early 8-bit consoles were not the best ever. However, very, very good quality case. As new for the inlay. The disc itself is in great condition. The case hardly opens, in fact. It's not been played much at all. And for 75 pence, I am not going to complain. I'm getting a huge shadow over me. What's going on here? But yeah, for 75 pence, I am not going to complain for that. My goodness, I was so happy to see this. I love these anthologies. The old classics, I love them so much. So yeah, I'm very happy to pick that one up. And then after that, we had some odd dross. I mean, these are just the filler things, trying to bulk out the collection. I mean, they're really heavy because the manuals and stuff are all there. I've got all the inlays and stuff for these. So we have SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. Great condition for both. All the inlays are there in good condition. The inlays, the manual and things, you know what I mean, the extras are inside. Great condition. So there was that, and I was very happy to have them. But like I said, the artist filler, because I want to try and get the entire collection, I've got to have the filler. Talking about filler, we've got another oddity here. Ford Racing 2. And again, it's in pretty good condition. The box is in great condition. The manual isn't. It's been read a fair amount, so it's creased and stuff like that. But the game itself is in pretty good condition. So I'm not going to complain for that. Now, I've never even heard of Ford Racing 2. Apparently, the first one isn't on the PlayStation 2. I think it's on PS1 or something like that. But 2 and 3 are on PS2. And I know this because I looked them up after I got it. And yeah, it's just one of those situations where I think, you know what? I think the conservatory was not the best place to sit for recording this, especially since we're a bit overcast today, but huge amounts of light and it's warm. I want it to be warm, and then shadows everywhere. The moment I start recording, shadows everywhere, ridiculous, but what can you say? But yeah, I've never even heard of those games before, but it's a pretty decent racer actually. I was surprised. Next up we have another one that's actually quite a heavy one because, yeah, it's got all the bits inside. Conflict Vietnam. Not my usual kind of game. I don't tend to go in for war games, I have to admit. I do like a first-person shooter. I like that kind of game. But I don't tend to go in for war games. It's just one of those things that I don't like having fun in an area of history where lots of people died. And in the case of Vietnam, died unnecessarily. But what can I say? Good quality case. It's doing quite well there. Really nice quality manual with the bump and the extras in the back. And the game's in pretty good condition too. So I'm really happy with that one. And then again, Battlefield 2, Modern Combat. Modern Combat. Again, not one of the games I would normally go for, but I did enjoy Battlefield Bad Company when it came out on Xbox free with gold thing, so I thought I'll give it a try. And of course, I am trying to get them all, so yeah, I'm going to give it a try. Good quality case, not in bad condition considering you don't normally see FPSs in this good condition. It does open a fair bit, so it's been played a lot. And the manual's in decent condition, and it does have the extra bump with it, so I'm happy with that. And the disc itself's in pretty good condition, so whoever's traded these in has really kept a lot of good care with their games. So let's have one more, and then we'll have a look at a decent game. Full Spectrum Warrior. Again, a war game, not my usual kind of thing, but I'll get it because I'm picking them all up. It's a tactical shooter, so it would have been great to have the manual, but I don't. But at least the disc's in pretty good condition. And not bad, all things considered. Now let's have a look at one of the ones that, the moment I saw it, I had to have. Now Barry had 2 copies of this, and I picked the best quality cover for it. It's Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII, which means that I now have all of the Final Fantasy titles except the Final Fantasy XI set, which I'm trying to get. But it's very difficult to get Final Fantasy XI because it wasn't really made in all that many numbers apparently, or at least not around where I am. Now, good quality case, really nice quality, good quality manual, and discs in good quality too. So I am very, very happy with this. It looks, in fact, like the manual's never been read. So yeah, I had to play this, and it looks like a decent action game. So I'll be giving that a try. I'm very happy to have picked that one up. Didn't expect to see that. I thought I'd have to order that one, but to find it in the shop and actually hold it and check, make sure I've got a good quality one, I'm happy with that. Let's move on. We've got, yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog. I played this for about 5 minutes and thought, what the hell is this? It's... Sega, what were you thinking? That's pretty much how I can say that one. Good quality case though, very nice. Again, whoever's had this has taken care of it. The manual is in rather nice condition. I think it has been read because down at the bottom it is bent a little bit, so I think it's been read. But the bump is all here. The bump is creased a bit actually, so I think someone has been through it. And let's have a quick look at the game. Yeah, scratches, but nothing much. Quite happy with that. Next one up we have, what the hell were they thinking with this? It's another Midas game, so you know it's going to be crap. Robot Warrior. Sorry, no, Robot Warlords. You see how well this went down with me because it's really stuck in my mind what it's called, isn't it? Decent quality case, and as is usual when I pick up Midas games, it looks like they've hardly been played. Manual's in pretty good condition, and this is in pretty good condition too. I put it in and thought, well, let's give this robot fighting game a try. And yeah, I didn't get to the robot fighting bit because it just had conversation after conversation after conversation after conversation. Having to load from the disc every time someone said something in this long, boring conversation that all it did was give backstory and exposition. So yeah, not a fan. Let's move on. Another one I'm not a fan of, Army Men RTS. My goodness. I knew I'd have to find these at some point because the PlayStation and PlayStation 2 drowned in a sea of shitty Army Men games. And now, if you're collecting, you have to collect them to get a full set. Yay! Decent quality cover, good quality manual, and the disc's in pretty good condition too, so at least with that, don't have to go hunting for that anymore. Let's have another one that's pretty good. This one surprised me. I didn't know what to think when I picked it up, but it turned out to actually be quite an interesting game, and that's Sub-Rebellion. Odd thing. Plays part of a submarine floating around, shooting things. Pretty good, actually. Decent quality cover, not in the top-notch condition, but not bad. The manual has a massive crease down it, but I can live with that, and the disc is in pretty good condition. So I was actually quite happy with that for about 50p. Not gonna complain. Let's pick another one that was really, really good. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. I love Pro Skater 3, spent so much time playing it, and it's just great fun. So I picked this one up thinking, yeah, I'm really gonna enjoy this, and you know what? I did. It's great. Good quality case, as you can see, really good condition. Manual, it looks like it's been read a few times, but it's nothing too bad. And the disc, a few scratches, but nothing I can't handle. So overall, very, very happy for that, especially for £1.50. If you see a copy, get it. All three, both are very, very good. Now let's move on, and what else have we got here? Getting near the end of this set of things. We've got Heroes of the Pacific. When I was playing this one, I thought, my goodness, what on earth? There's no good handling to these planes. It feels like you're a kid just picking up a toy airplane going meow. It's that kind of feeling. There's no weight to the plane. You can't turn for save your life, which you will literally need to turn to save your life because it's a dogfight. And my goodness, it's just not very good. But yeah, decent quality case, good quality manual, and discs in pretty good condition. I thought it was a Midas game when I was playing it, but actually no, it's Codemasters. The people who published Dizzy made this. How? Guys, come on, you're better than that. Let's move on. Let's get the taste out of a mouse for that one with another very, very good one. Now, I originally bought this from Bolton and had to take it back because the disc was just damaged. It looked like they'd cleaned the disc on the wrong side, basically put it in upside down and it damaged it. The centre of it was flaking, it was starting to crack a little bit, and it just wouldn't load. In fact, it said it wasn't a real disc. So I took it back and they tried it, clean it again, and I took it home. Still didn't work, so I took it home. So I took it back and got my money back. And then, lo and behold, I was in Bury and they had another copy. So I picked up Valkyrie Profile 2. And you know what? It's actually really good. It's been worth the wait and all the hassle I've had. This is a really nice game. So I'm going to have a lot of fun playing this at some point. Really good condition case. Very happy with that. Manual is here, which the one in Bolton didn't have. So yeah, it's got a few creases, as you can see, but good condition. And the disc's in nice condition too. So I'm really, really happy to have that. Very, very happy indeed. Let's move on to another bit of crap. Yeah, Midas again. Truck Racing 2. Again, there's a problem where it feels like there's no weight to your truck. It's just really, really dull, slow, boring, nothing to it. But at least the case is in decent condition apart from there, where it's got a bit of a problem with the plastic. But good quality manual, and the game's hardly been played for obvious reasons because it's Midas and therefore it sucks. Now, move on quick. We've got another one. Pinball. It's a decent pinball game. I mean, it's no Pinball Fantasies or Pinball Dreams on the Amiga and PC, but it'll do. Decent quality case. Interesting. Not interesting. What am I talking about? Interesting quality? No. Good quality. Good quality manual, and discs in decent condition too. So, quite happy with that one. Now, the last but one is one that I picked up and immediately had to have just because of the name on it. It's alright, it's not the best version of this game ever, but it's far from the worst. It's Tetris Worlds. Again, decent quality here for the case because whoever's had this is taking care of their stuff. Good quality manual. Forgot the word there. Good quality manual and decent quality disc. The game's not the best version of Tetris ever, but then again, nothing is compared to the Game Boy. So, yeah, not bad. And then finally, this one was a surprise. I didn't expect to see any of these around. And it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. And yeah, it's the War of the Roses in Yu-Gi-Oh! Form. It's actually quite interesting how they've done it. So I'll probably have a proper look at this another time, but from what I played, it was alright. Now, it doesn't have the 3 limited edition official cards like it says on the back, because of course it doesn't. But it's not bad either way. Now, good quality case, although it does fall open, so it's been used a lot. But really nice quality manual there. I mean, yeah, sure, it's got a few creases here and there. It's obviously been used, but in good quality nevertheless, which I didn't expect for a kid's game. And again, the CD doesn't seem to be in too bad a condition. Let's have a quick look, make sure that I'm remembering the right one. Yeah, hardly a scratch on it. This has been taken care of. Like I say, it doesn't have the 3 cards that it should come with, but never mind. I might find them later on. I might pick them up on eBay or something. You never know. Now, that would have been the limit of it, but before I'd been out to CEX, I'd actually made an order on the internet because I wanted a couple of games. I thought, well, I'll fill up the basket. Turns out you can only fill up to 10 items now. I think people like me took the piss a bit when we ordered 55p games and things like that for £2.50 postage, and therefore lost them a fair amount of money. So they only allow you to pick up 10 things. But I only had 2 that I was specifically looking for. So I filled up the rest of the basket with 5p games anyway. I'm trying to bulk out with all the cheap crap. So let's have a look at what I got. Now these are pretty good. Some of these are very nice and some of them are filler, but you never know. There's always something in here that's a surprise. First up we have Premier Manager 2004 to 2005. Very, very nice condition version actually. I was very surprised. Normally with the football stuff you find it's a mess. But very nice condition case, very nice condition manual, and the game itself is in good condition too. So I was very, very happy for that. Although there is one thing, I've lost one little tab. When I opened it, it fell out. So a little tab on the top's gone, and therefore the case only closes properly at the bottom. But never mind. Next up we have iToy Chat. Now, I got this, and it's not in the best condition ever, but I got it mainly because I wanted to see what the hell it was. And it turns out it's like the iToy Chat Lite thing that I got as well, which is essentially Skype on PlayStation 2. But good quality manual, decent quality disc, and moderately good quality case, so I'm not going to complain too much for like 5p. And it's one of those things where, yeah, you can't really use it now. I don't think the servers are even still up, but I'm going for a complete set, so I need it, and it's good to have it quick and early on. Next up we have ESPN 2K5. Basketball game, and you can tell already from the black case that it's had a replacement case at some point, but the inlay is in moderately good condition, so I'm not going to complain too much. Now, normally under these circumstances you don't expect to have a manual, but this one appears to be in almost perfect condition, so that was a surprise. And I'm not going to complain because it's a welcome surprise, and again the game is in pretty good condition. I had to play on this earlier on, and actually it turns out to be a pretty good game, so I'll be having fun with that. It's not going to take over from NHL 2002 anytime soon in terms of my favourites, but it's pretty good. Now, I mentioned earlier that I really, really like classic games. I am from that era where the Atari was king when I was first getting into games. I mean, the Amstrad was my first one, but one of my friends had an Atari, and we used to play that thing a lot. So I'm really much into the classic era. So these are the 2 titles that I wanted to pick up from CEX and ordered, and then got the other ones as filler. The first one is Sega Classics Collection. What we got here is Columns, Outrun, Golden Axe, things like that. Really, really nice stuff. It's even got Fantasy Zone, which is the first time I've ever played Fantasy Zone. None of my friends had it, I never had it. It's just one of those things. It hardly opens, so it's been collected with care, let's put it that way. Really, really good condition manual, and the extra bumpers in there as well. Really, really good condition CD. Really happy with this. I think that's going to take pride of place in my collection. And the other one's going to take pride of place in my collection is Atari. The Atari Anthology. And wow, there's so many really, really bad games on this collection. It says something when you've got 85 games that started a revolution. That's the back of the pack says. And some of these are golf. Have you ever played Atari Golf? Because I guarantee that you haven't played it, you've endured it. It's terrible. Some of the stuff they picked on here is like, if this is your best that you can have on your anthology, what were your worst, man? But again, hardly opened, so it's been hardly played. Collected with care because that's a good quality case. Really good quality manual with the extra bump as well, and a good quality CD. So I am really, really happy with this. The only issue that I have is that it's got a little bit, it looks like chocolate, and it appears to be hot chocolate when I've looked at it, because slightly on the back it's got that little bit of, misting, as if water's got onto it. But what can I say? Aside from that, it's in pretty good condition. I'm going to clean this up and see how we go. That's it for this time. There are a few extra 5p games that are on their way, but they haven't arrived yet. And I thought, I'm not going to wait. They can go in next time's collection. So there we are. That's everything. And thank you very much for watching. I think at this point I am now just under 20%. I have games that are coming that will put me onto 20% and possibly slightly over of the overall total of PAL released games. So I am very, very happy to have managed this so far. I mean, I only started properly collecting PS2 this year, but to already have 20% or thereabouts is a pretty big achievement for me, so I'm really, really happy for that. And anyway, that's it, and back to the studio. Okay, there we are. So that's a nice game haul, I think you'll agree, and I think we're doing all right with the PlayStation at the moment. As of recording this, we're at 20.26% of the total PlayStation 2 game library for the PAL regions, and I'm doing quite well, I think, and I'm really happy with that. So let's hope that it keeps going, because I know it'll slow down eventually, but let's hope that the pickings are still good for a while so that we can get closer to the full total. Anyway, that's all I've got time for this week, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you did like this, and if you did, remember to click the like button, share it with your friends so that they know what's been going on in games too, and do subscribe for future videos, because there will be more in the future. But until next time, I've been Zoe Kirk-Robinson, you've been watching the Zorg on ZJKR, and I'll see you later.